Hello, welcome. The top stories this hour. The two factions of the National Association of Nigerian Students at the national level have taken opposing sides over the performance of the Minister of Power, Adeboye Adelabu. Jury selection will resume on day 2 of Donald Trump's long-awaited hush money trial in New York. Super Eagles' first choice Stanley Nwabali is overjoyed after keeping a clean sheet as his team, Chippa United, defeated TS Galaxy FC 2-0 in a cup tie at the Mombela Stadium, Nelspruit, on Sunday. Welcome to News Hour this hour with me, Chioma Victor here on TV Sapiencia. The news in full. The two factions of the National Association of Nigerian Students at the national level have taken opposing sides over the performance of the Minister of Power, Adeboye Adelabu. Recently, the minister came under intense criticisms after the Nigerian Electricity Regulatory Commission announced that electricity consumers on Band A would begin to pay 225 naira per kilowatt hour as opposed to 68 naira. The Band A group of electricity consumers, according to NERC, are Nigerians who enjoy a minimum of 20 hours of electricity daily. Meanwhile, NAN's factional Senate President Akintaye Babatunde, in a statement, said that he has noticed a significant bad to worse movement in the availability of power since the minister assumed office. Babatunde, however, was worried over the increase in tariffs despite the minister's alleged inability to achieve stable power in the country, thereby calling for Adelabu's resignation. But another factional Senate President of the association, Ekundayo Elvis, dismissed Babatunde's claim today, Tuesday, calling on Nigerians to be patient with the minister. Away from that, the Nigerian Civil Aviation Authority has suspended the permit of 3 private jet operators for engaging in commercial flight. This was according to a riot act on the NCAA's website today, Tuesday, signed by the Acting Director General, Captain Chris Najomo. The Minister of Aviation and Aerospace Development, Festus Keyamo, had on Monday warned private jet operators on license to operate commercial services that their activities were causing the federal government a huge loss of revenue. The minister issued a warning in an interview on a TV program Newsnight on Monday. The 2023 Labour Party presidential candidate Peter Obi has vowed to remain persistent in expressing his deep concerns about the 2024 budget, citing its critical importance to the lives of citizens, especially the poor. In a statement via X, that's former Twitter, today Tuesday, Peter Obi argued that the budget's numerous negatives have far-reaching implications for the nation's development and the well-being of its citizens. Obi took issue with several specific allocations in the budget. He also criticized the 15.3 billion naira allocation for the National Assembly Library project and procurement of books, including the e-library. Furthermore, Obi expressed concern over the allocation of 10 billion naira for the Senate and House of Representatives car parks and the National Assembly Recreation Center, while allocating less to the Ministry of Science, Technology and Innovation. The Nigerian Bar Association has stated that an electronic voting system will be used for its 2024 election. The NBA explained that this decision will allow members of the association to participate in the election seamlessly from their different locations. The association's electoral committee, led by Oluseun Abimbola-San, disclosed this during the opening of the nomination forms in Abuja today, Tuesday. The NBA election is scheduled for July 20, 2024, and all registered members from branches across the country are expected to participate. The committee is expected to shortlist the names of successful respondents by April 20, 2024. Speaking, Abimbola stated that the committee would ensure the process is indeed transparent. The International Press Center has condemned the recent harassment of its executive director, Lanre Arogundade, by some senior officials of the Department of State Services at the Murtala Mohammed International Airport, Lagos. This was contained in a statement signed by the Press Freedom Officer at IPC, Melody Akinjian, today Tuesday. The statement was titled persistent harassment of Lanre Arogundade by DSS constitutes systematic abuse of power and violation of his rights. The IPC called on the Director General of the DSS, particularly its men, at the airport to stop tormenting Arogundade. According to the statement, the DSS officers accosted the activist while he was boarding a flight to attend conferences in Berlin, Germany on April 11. The group noted that the harassment had become a frequent occurrence in recent times. Away from that, the Ministry of Industry, Trade and Investment says it has begun disbursement of the presidential conditional grant scheme to verified applicants after an exhaustive selection process. The government, through the Bank of Industry, had said it would be disbursing 3 categories of funding totaling 200 billion naira to support manufacturers and businesses across the country. In a progress report posted on the Trade Minister's official Lex, formerly Twitter handle, today Tuesday, Doris Anieta stated that an unspecified number of beneficiaries have received their grants, adding that by Friday, April 19, another significant disbursement will be made to a substantial number of verified applicants. A baby girl injured in Saturday's stabbing attack in a Sydney mall has been moved out of intensive care. The 9-month-old daughter of Ashley Good, who died protecting her, was in a serious but stable condition, a health official said. The girl underwent a surgery at Sydney Children's Hospital after suffering chest and arm injuries. 6 people were killed in the rampage at the Westfield Bundy Junction shopping mall. 5 of them women. Joel Koachi Forte sent the crowded complex into panic when he began stabbing people with a long blade. He was later shot dead by police. The attack has horrified Australia, where mass killings are rare. A total of 6 people, including the baby girl, were still in hospital after the attack, including 2 women in intensive care, a New South Wales health spokesperson said in a statement. Jury selection will resume on day 2 of Donald Trump's long-awaited hush money trial in New York. It marks the first time that a U.S. president, former or current, has faced a criminal trial. Dozens of potential jurors were excused on Monday after saying they could not be impartial, and the process is expected to continue for at least the rest of the week. Trump is accused of trying to cover up a $130,000 hush money payment to porn star Stormy Daniels ahead of the 2016 election, which he won. Daniels claims she and Trump had sex in 2006, and she was then paid by Trump's then lawyer, Michael Cohen, to stay quiet about it. Trump is accused of falsifying his business records by saying the reimbursement and money he gave Cohen was for legal fees. He faces 34 counts of fraud, but denies any legal wrongdoing and also denies having an affair with Daniels. The maximum penalty if Trump is found guilty is 4 years behind bars, but experts say a much less severe penalty will be more likely. In sports right now, Manchester United have spoken to Alejandro Garnacho after the winger liked social media posts criticizing manager Erik ten Hag over his handling of the player. The Argentina international taking off at halftime in their 2-2 draw at Bournemouth on Saturday liked 2 messages on X by United fan and YouTuber Mark Goldbridge. Quite interesting. Away from that, head coach of the under-18 women's handball team, Shitu Abola, has called on the sports ministry to come to support the team as they prepare for the women's under-18 handball championship. The 10th edition of the championship is scheduled to be held from August 14 to 25 in Suzhou, People's Republic of China. Nigeria have been paired in Group B alongside European giant Croatia, Montenegro and Angola, who fell to the coach Abola tutored side in the 3rd place match of the 2023 Africa Under-18 Women's Handball Championship in Monastir in Tunisia. Away from that, Super Eagles' first choice Stanley Nwabali is overjoyed after keeping a clean sheet as his team, Chippa United, defeated TS Galaxy FC 2-0 in a cup tie at the Mbombela Stadium, Nelspruit, on Sunday. Bienvenue Eva Nga and Ruske Peterson scored in each half as the visitors romped to the road win and progressed to the next stage of the Nedbank Cup. The 27-year-old, who wasn't listed for their PSL 2-0 home win over Kaizer Chiefs on April 6 at the Buffalo City Stadium, East London, obviously not due to form concerns, shared his excitement on a post on his Instagram page yesterday, Monday. All right, that wraps it up on News Hour this hour. A quick reminder of our top stories. We told you that two factions of the National Association of Nigerian Students at the national level have taken opposing sides over the performance of the Minister of Power, Adebayo Adelabu. Jury selection will resume on day 2 of Donald Trump's long-awaited hush money trial in New York. Super Eagles' first choice, Stanley Nwabali, is overjoyed after keeping a clean sheet as his team, Chippa United, defeated TS Galaxy FC 2-0 in a cup tie at the Mombella Stadium, Nelspruit, on Sunday. That's it on News Hour this hour. On behalf of the entire editorial news and production crew, my name is Chioma Victor. Stay with us here on TV Sapienza. We have other programs to ensure that you are entertained, educated and informed. Kindly be security conscious, be on the alert. We have other news times by 6 p.m. for Igbo News, 8 p.m. and 10 p.m. as well. Do have a smashing evening ahead of you. Stay with us.